All right, let's get into a live game. Um, yeah, I think I like the Fire Badger. I like this better though as a starting set, but the Fire Badger is just better for the fire ignition, so let's go for it. It's not ideal. We prefer like the tanks instead of the Mustangs. Typhoon spec, kind of scary for us. I think we just start off with one Fire Badger here. This might be pretty bad though. Because, yeah, we don't know what side he's going to aggro on. What else do we do? I mean, we can put the, could actually just put, like, fangs here, potentially. We just go for the fangs. Think this is okay? Yep, getting one Fire Badger in the middle is probably a pretty bad play. Here, at least we have a little bit of chaff. And the arc lights don't necessarily get into it immediately. They're still, so this is doing quite a lot, this one pack of fangs. This pack of fangs here isn't doing anything, but that's to be expected. We're getting hit with asymmetrical aggro. Now we're getting whittled. Now the Mustangs are getting whittled down here, but we might be able to get the tower. Nope. Typhoon spec is pretty bad for us. We're a little bit worried about Typhoons, if they could level. But I think it does mean that it doesn't come in the drop, so by not seeing a high-level Typhoon in the drop, I think that's good for us. So I think this is pretty neutral. Okay, so we skip here and we go for the Phantom Rays. Round 4 for his Typhoon. Okay. We get our Fire Badger next round. That'll be perfect timing for the oil. Yeah, I absolutely think the Fang was correct now. It's just maybe positioning it a little bit more here. I just don't like this Fang here doing nothing, but we can't really guess which side he's going to go on, so... Looks like he's going for more chaff. This is good. It's all burnable. What we don't want to see is like a pack here, a pack here. Then it's kind of hard to like burn all at once. It's also good to see he didn't build any anti-air, so we're going to be winning this round automatically. It just depends. I think we lose everything except for the raise though. So it's not that good. Oh wait, that's fairly decent tower timing. Is it gonna matter though? Yeah, we still lose everything except for these fangs and the raise. Oh man, that's not good. We don't want the steel balls to get a level. So that's gonna make the steel balls significantly harder to deal with now, which is a bad thing. Hounds, he could have fire extinguisher on the hound. Scorpions are good for us overall. The wasps are good for him as well, but not into the... Guess what is he going to build? He's going to build the scorpion or the hounds for the fire extinguisher. The wasp is probably what we need, but the scorpions is also good. So I'm kind of split on the scorpion or the wasp. Hmm. overall, I mean, the Wasp is probably good, but all he needs to do is build the Mustang. But we want him to build the Mustang. I don't know. I think we go for the Wasp. It seems to be the safer choice here. Alright, so now we got this. Now we got the fire. Let's go for the oil. We need another pack in the middle. And I think we need another badger. Probably here. Get a level. Alright, so he goes for the Wasp. Gets the Typhoon already. Because he's the Typhoon spec. He unlocks it pretty quickly. Fortunately here, this fire doesn't spread where we need it to spread, so this is really bad for us. Yeah, so I think we just put one more Fire Badger here. We weren't expecting him to play this side, so that's why we didn't go for it. That being said, we don't want it to go ignite right now. Let's see. Wasp Swarm looks fairly decent. He's gonna go, he might go for the shield. But it's kind of risky to go Wasps here, I think, on his back line. Might put something here. If he goes aggro, he's gonna get punished, right? So we could try it. It might be too risky, though. We could try it, though. Let's go for it. Maybe here or here. I think here could be better. So let's go for the other Fire Badger here. And probably need a level. Since it's kind of a mirror now, I think we commit more to, it's hard to say. I think we commit more to Mustangs or commit more to the, I think we have to commit more to the Mustang here. But it's kind of hard to build more Mustangs at the same time, so not sure what to build. Like, his Typhoons are gonna kill the air, so we may as well just build the Mustang, I guess. Where do we put it? Like this? Super weird. Let's go with this. Let's do a missile. Alright, so this looks kind of exposed. So he actually goes Raiden. Yeah, I think it's, we can't go any more, yeah, so this is, getting punished for his aggro positioning there. I don't think we can go any more Wasps just because of the Typhoons. This one I'm sure pretty, leveled up already. Probably have to go range on the Mustangs. Very greedy though, not to protect his towers like that. Laser sights on the Mustang maybe? Still probably level everything up. Yeah, the problem is if he clicks AA, the Wasps just instant die. So I think we go range as we initially wanted to go. I think we can go for the oil. He's got so much chaff coming in. Oil's probably good here. Oil's going to be good for him too, so let's just make sure here we don't do something stupid. We have the range. Kind Kind of running low on deployments. Do we just put like a crawler here? What about a crawler here? Just don't want to waste my deployments. So... yeah, we're lucky he didn't go for the, lucky he didn't go for the oil yet, but he's probably going to go for it next round. Lead chaff is actually good for him, so it might be a mistake to go for the flank there. I have to go A spec now on the Mustang, but the problem is we're kind of vulnerable to the fire, so we're going to need to spend a lot on shields. He could get the Vulcan as well. Fortress isn't amazing for us. It's not amazing into the Raidens, but it might be good into this Typhoon, though. Marksman is good into the Raidens, I think. Probably go for the Marksman, I think. Hopefully we're not like making a mistake here, because it feels like the Marksman is almost always a mistake to go Marksman. Definitely go for AA spec. Probably have to go for range, but it's way too much of a commitment. I think we just start getting shields now. The remaining stuff. It's kind of got us pulled apart here. I think we have to go range on the Fire Badgers. So what does he do? Does he like put an oil like this? Probably puts an oil like this, or oil like this, or even oil like this. I think he's most likely to do this, so let's just go for like a shield here, shield there. Probably a missile here. Yeah, I didn't think about the Wasps. The Wasps are actually countering the AA Marksman. This is getting out of control here. Fortunately, it looks like we win this side, but I don't know. Looks like the Marksman was a pretty bad choice. We have to go AA on the Mustangs first, I feel. Now this is just collapsing. So we made a pretty big mistake. Probably gonna have to go War Factory. Just borrow and go for War Factory and just missile this. Alright, we need to sell out of something. Definitely get a missile here. So, do we sell out of this guy or sell out of this guy, I think. Armor enhancement. And maybe 2 more missiles here. We do go for speed. Maybe speed or range here. Probably the missile here. Probably the missile here, I think. And let's just pray for the best. Alright, so the missiles are countered. And he sells out of the one thing that can kill the factory pretty quickly. So that's good. We have our AA behind the factory. So everything's looking promising. except for the potential of the marksman not being chained out. Like here, this marksman's about to die. Yeah, which is, would you lose these marksmen like they're nothing? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's enough to win the game, which is a big deal here. We needed to win right now. This is not good. All right, so what do we do now? Just switch the factory, mobilize battleship, put it here. I think we're gonna have to go for the cheese. He's gonna put something here, right? Let's go for the cheese regardless, right? Or maybe not. I think we have to go for the cheese. And so what do we do about this war factory? Sell out of... I would love to get range, but can't afford it. Maybe we do this. This is not good for us here. I want to get the photon coating. Maybe another war factory would be smart. Maybe a second war factory. Borrow. Sell out of this second war factory. We go for speed. One melter. That's to be expected. We should have moved this probably over. Are we going to be able to cheese our way out of this? Still have the second war factory here, though. Where's our boat? Boat's kind of distracted. This is pretty close, but feels like a little bit too little. These typhoons with the armor is kind of what's causing the problem. Oh man. we should have just moved this over. I mean, we still can. And that cheese didn't work out. I think that was also the problem. Do we just get a Wraith? No. Phoenix? Sabretooth? This is pretty tough here. Kind of have to move this out of the way. We can beacon this guy backwards, right? So we could still sell out of this. Still go more factories. Do we go like launcher overload? A couple more factories? Got the oil now, so go for the oil. Let's go for this. Let's go for this. Let's go for the beacon. And a couple more factories, I think. Maybe launcher overload or HE. Let's go for launcher overload. We have no idea what to do now. Kind of running out of time there. This is not good. This is not good at all for us. We just want to get out of this game now. All right, let's go back to that game and figure out where things went wrong. I think the first thing we need to think about is the unit drop. Seems like the marksmen were the wrong drop here. So let's just see. He's got 1800. Not sure if we could win. Let's just see what we can do if we choose a better drop. So the problem with the marksmen was that they weren't hitting the Raidens because of the back line. You would have to get range and aerial spec, but we can usually only afford one technology. So the aerial spec alone wasn't targeting the Raiden quick enough. So I think the problem is actually the back line, which is the Typhoons. Those are medium to heavy units, kind of blocking things from getting to the Raiden. So the Fortress is the best thing at dealing with that. I mean, Sabretooth is also good. The Fortress is, I think, overall better because we could also tech the AA on it if we need to. So I think we just get this and we go for the range. Because we don't need A right now. We have enough AA as it is, and he's not building more AA. Plus the AA into the Raidens may not be the best technology anyways. So we need to sell out of something here. And let's see. I think that's going to be the Wasp here. Probably go for the range on the Fire Badger, I think. Probably just although the Fire Badger is getting killed a little bit too quickly. I think we go for a missile here. And that's I think we do go for, oops. So we float 300 there. So we did borrow, so we actually just float for 100. So let's see what how that does. So this is taken care of. This is almost dead here. But now we're kind of able to get to the back line, which is the Raidens and some little few Wasps here. All right, so we end up winning that round by around 800, but we could have done a lot better if we correctly spent our money there. So let's also check another round. We lost because of the War Factory. And what we should have done, and this is what we said out loud, we should have moved the War Factory to the corner. But we kind of got carried away with the I think the battleship spell. So let's also play this round again. And we're just gonna skip here. We'll sell out. And let's see how much money we have. So we actually have just enough for 2 War Factories. And we could either go for go for missile. Probably we should go for missile, right? Or we could just go for speed. I think either option is good. Maybe the missile is better because kind of don't want stuff running up, into the Raiden. So let's see how this goes. Obviously, we are out of the way of the melter. Now the melter is no longer focusing on the War Factories. The War Factories are at almost full health. See, these marksmen are actually really bad into the Raidens, it seems. Like, they're just getting taken out. Even though they're not in the front. Are we gonna be able to take this out here? Nope. Yeah, so we still end up losing this by 1 Raiden, but no, we actually do 500 damage. But I think if we went for speed, that would have went a little bit better. Let's just take a look again. All right, so we're back here. Everything's the same except for we go for speed instead of the missile. And let's see how this plays out. Yeah, I think speed is advisable when you're doing this War Factory on the line, because the whole point is for the War Factory to tank. Meanwhile, for the back line to kind of like, the back line then moves forward and kind of kills everything that's aiming at the War Factory. But if it takes too long for the back line to move up, then it's kind of tanking for nothing, and the DPS just doesn't get there in time. So we'll see how big of a difference this makes. Like, this is still alive. Like, this was almost dead, I think, on the first time around. Yeah, so just that speed is just a humongous difference. And now we do 2,000 damage. The opponent was at 755. So, yeah, we actually, it goes from losing by a Raiden, losing by 350, compared to winning by 2,000. Just by clicking speed. So I think, yeah, that's another thing we need to learn. So our first lesson is go forts against the Typhoons. Never go AA marksman. I think almost never. They're too vulnerable. Second thing to learn is if you put a fort here and it survives, the opponent survives to the next round, it might be advisable to just kind of put him here. Just so he needs to like kind of put either he was being greedy here. What they usually do is put 2 melters here automatically, but in case he only goes for 1 melter, like in this case, then this wins. And I think really important is the speed is actually more important than just a missile here. The speed, I think, is like more important than anything. So always click speed when you're doing this kind of War Factory play. All right, well, hopefully that was enjoyable, and hopefully we learned something from this.